Hi, I'm Steve Reynolds, pastor of Capital Baptist Church in Annandale, Virginia. I want to welcome you to our church today. Thank you for coming and being with us today. I'm obviously not with you today. On December 30th of last year, I turned 60 years old. And my family wanted to do something special for me, and we weren't able to do that back then because God had blessed me with two new grandchildren. But now the time has come when we could get away and celebrate 6 decades of my life on this earth. So I miss you today. I'm so glad you're at Capital Baptist Church, and I know you've already had a wonderful time of worshiping God in music, and now it's time for the message. I want to share with you that in my life I've read, I think, about a dozen books on forgiveness. I love to study the topic of forgiveness. And in preparation for this current series, I've read 2 brand new books for me. And one of those books was called Unpacking Forgiveness. And I was so impressed with that book that I actually reached out to the author and I invited the author to come and speak to us today. And so we're so glad that Chris could come and share with us today. And he is a pastor of a local church. He pastors the Red Brick Church in Rockford, Illinois, which is kind of outside of Chicago. He kind of lives the same kind of life I live in some ways. He pastors a church, but's written a great book, and he gets to speak on that at different places. And so we're just so honored to have Pastor Bronze with us today. Now listen, I want to mention that in the lobby after the service today, he's going to be doing a book signing. And I would encourage you to get a copy of that book. Now, the chapter that really impressed me in that book was the chapter about how can we stop thinking about the hurt. You know, when we get hurt, you know, part of the trouble we go through, as I talked about last Sunday, is the whole idea of mental trouble. And so he's going to talk about, you know, what can we do? What can we do to help stopping the thoughts that come to our minds concerning the hurt that we've gone through in life? So listen up and ask God to really speak to your heart today as Pastor Bronze comes to speak to us today. Again, thank you for being here at Capital Baptist Church.